Let's make a baklava cheesecake. Trust me, you're not going to regret this dessert. This is so flaky and yummy. So to start with, I used phyllo sheets. These are the ones that I got, and they are a bit tricky to use, but you just have to be really gentle. I started with using 3 sheets and I put them flat out. I melted some butter in the microwave. Obviously, the kids really enjoyed helping me. So here they are. We just added melted butter to 3 of our sheets. So 3 of them are just stacked on top of each other, and we just put butter on top. And once we were done with that, I put melted butter on the inside of my cake pan, and then I put those sheets in the cake pan. Now, if you see here, when you put the sheets in, they don't cover the entire cake pan and there's some gap left over. So then I took another 3 sheets and did the same process, put some more butter on there just to make sure that they were nice and crispy, and then pick them up and put them in a cross pattern so that it covers the other side. So this is how it goes inside. Once this was in, I took scissors and cut the edges off. I put those edges back inside the cake pan, put melted butter on them, and then put my cake in a preheated oven at 180 degrees for 10 minutes or till it turns golden. Now separately, I am crushing some pistachios, very roughly chop them, add 3 tablespoons of icing sugar and some more melted butter. This is what my cake looks like when I pull it out. Leave it to cool, and in the meanwhile I am taking here mascarpone cheese. I ended up using 2 tubs, so 250 grams of mascarpone cheese. Pour it in a bowl and get help from your kids if you want to, and then get them to whisk it. So you don't have to whisk it for too long, you just want it to have a smooth texture. Add half a cup of powdered sugar, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, and now separately beat some whipped cream. I use 250 ml of whipped cream, and you whisk it till it forms soft peaks and hardens up a little bit. Make sure not to over whisk that and turn it into butter. This is what your cream looks like, and you can now put it in the same bowl, the one that you had the mascarpone cheese in. Can you see how smooth the mascarpone cheese is? Now remember the pistachio mixture that we set aside? Yep, take it and spread it at the base of your phyllo pastry. This will form the pistachio layer, and then put in the cream cheese mixture on top of it. I'm going to pour it very slowly and then let it spread out a little more. Once I have the mixture all spread out, I am going to take another 3 sheets of phyllo pastry, and as you can see, I cut them in a circle. Now this part is a bit tricky. You can either bake this part separately, because the filling that I made was a no-bake cheesecake recipe thing. So I made this mistake and I put it in the oven for too long. Don't do that. I'll learn from my mistakes. I'm going to show you what you can do and what I ended up doing. I put an extra puff pastry, as you can see, and just put in more butter. And once I was done with that, instead of putting it in the oven to bake like I am doing here, because after I did this, I noticed that it was turning liquidy, I put it under the grill, and it literally took like 5 minutes and I got the golden color. The mixture was already cooked. Now separately over here, make your sugar syrup. You can have 1 cup of water, half a cup of sugar, and some lemon juice. Pour this over your warm cake. You can see the steam coming out. This will give it that sticky sweetness that you get from baklava cake. Now I'm just decorating it, and I did put it in the fridge to set overnight. Remember to do that so that your cream cheese cools down, your phyllo pastry and everything cools down. And then decorate it with dried rose petals, more pistachios, whatever works for you. And then this here is the final result. Trust me, this cake was such a big hit at the party. Everyone loved it. It's not too crunchy. The edges, once you put sugar syrup of them, go a little soft, but this was the inside. It tasted like a creamy baklava. So do try it and let me know.